What's going on, folks? Ted from Immersion here, and I just wanted to go through my Elderwood Academy dungeon journal because I finally have one. And I thought we would go through, take a look at all of the different features of it, and kind of showcase, talk about some of the options and all the different aspects of it. So let's turn the camera around and show you what's up. Alright, so if we go ahead and pull this out of this bag, hang on. Alright, here is my custom artwork Nerd Immersion dungeon journal from Elderwood Academy. This actually has all of the kind of bells and whistles, which is probably more than you'd actually need. But, so inside, this is all magnetic. This is a pen holder. This is magnetic. That comes off. Then here in the actual center of the binder, I don't know if I can do this with one hand, hang on. Alright, so first up we have a dice rolling tray, and you can kind of see that the corners snap together like these traditional kind of collapsible dice trays, right? So you've got corners snap together. We have a ruler here, metallic ruler, again about 8 inches or so, and it kind of fits right in the rings there in case you need that for drawing lines or maybe for wargaming. We have a spell tracker, which obviously has, first, second, third, all the way up to 9th. And then down at the bottom we have a concentration tracker. And this is in the orange foil, which I was asked them to use for me, which I really appreciate. Then we have a character tracker, and this one is character sheet agnostic. Obviously you could get one, like, see where it says, there's usually on the line it would say like wizard or monk or whatever. So you've got your hit point trackers, your hit die tracker over here. In the middle you've got your death saves, exhaustion levels, ammunition, which may or may not be useful for you depending on that. And then we've got, do you have inspiration, yes or no? Do you have your reaction, yes or no? And then down here we just have 3 random 0, 1 to 10 trackers, right? So this could be 100. You could just do it as 10, 10, and 10, however you want to break it down. And then we have the actual journal or the character sheet itself. Again, these are standard A5 6-ring binder, notebooks. So you can obviously just get anything that fits an A5 6-hole notebook. So if you wanted to get like graph paper or something like that, you can do that. Or if there's, if you can find like card or sleeve inserts that fit an A5 6-ring or 6-hole, that'll fit in here. We can open this up and take a look at it here in just a sec. And then last but not least, here we have in the back is the dice tower. Now this is collapsible, and you can kind of see it folds. It's all got magnets. And I don't know if we can do this one-handed, but we will certainly give it a shot. So this kind of top baffle folds over like that, right? And then you kind of take it, and then this inner, you see this bottom baffle here? It sort of folds right there. And then I think we go like that, or like this. There we go. So now we have it in dice tower format. Oh, and then this kind of fold. I think this goes down, and then these sort of come in to hold it in place. Yeah, so we've got our baffles here for our dice tower. So if we were to take this D12 here, it would roll out. So if we were to finish snapping, I'll move our ruler. If we were to finish snapping together our current version of the dice tray, I say current because they are currently testing possibly a new, more, hard-sided one, because as you can see, you do get a little bit of, you kind of have to bend it in a little bit. But one of the things I like is the height of the dice tower is the tray. You can actually sit right below it. So if you drop this in, 12, look at that on a D12. It just kind of rolls right in there. So I really like that. And then if we were to come back over to the tower, close the rings, come back over here to the spine. As you can see here, I got this custom one that says Nerd Immersion. Let these 2 clips come off, and then this actually pops off as a means for storing a mini and a full set of dice. So you can carry your dice, a mini or maybe a couple more dice, clip it right on the side. On the inside, you can obviously move, if you wanted to move your pen holder around to the other side maybe or whatever. Now, I don't think I would actually probably bring all of this with me everywhere I went. I might parse it down to what I actually need. But, you know, you've got the dice tray, the tower option, obviously the notebook paper, the character tracker's night, even if it's nothing more than just using it to track your hit points. Again, spell trackers may be more useful for some folks rather than others, but, you know, you consider that. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up this notebook so we can see what that looks like. So I went ahead and installed that here inside my notebook. And if we were to go ahead and open it up, let's see, player name, character name, class level, race, etc., experience points. And then we sort of have an abbreviated version of the 5e character sheet, right? Ability score, saving throws, skill proficiencies, actions, right? Hit points, temporary hit points, spell slots. We got more information here for tracking our spells. Inventory, equipment, notes, features, and traits. More character stuff. There's a whole section here. I think this is mostly just notes, right? It's notes until it kind of rolls over to a new character. Looks like there might be 3 characters worth of notes that you could put in here. So, yeah, all in all, I think it's a really cool product. Again, it's available for order on the Elderwood Academy website. And they have a variety of different options. You can obviously customize the leather color, the woods, all the strapping, and all that kind of stuff, what inserts you want, foil color. And if you want, you can do something like I did where you can actually pay a fee to get a custom die made of, you know, whatever it is you want. So this happens to be my logo. But the thing is, once they have it once, they can kind of scale this up and down to some degree to put it on, say, maybe a traditional spell book or some other, you know, things like that. So I really like it. You know, it took a little while for it to get here, but that's more or less on me because it was kind of like a review thing, so it kind of sat on a shelf for a little bit there. But I think it's really cool. It's definitely going to be a statement piece at the table where you just sit down and bring this to like a local game store or even just to like your friend's house for, you know, your friendly D&D game. You show up with something like this that kind of has all these cool compartments that has all this stuff. You're definitely going to wow your fellow players. I'm going to try this out myself and see if I can't film the reaction when I bust this out with some friends when they don't know it's coming. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you again to Elderwood Academy for sending this, or actually sending me home with this from PAX East. And I will see you all next time.